The instant the front door of my ranch house shattered open, I knew trouble had found me. I snatched my rifle from behind the door, only to face a swarm of HOA board members charging into my living room like a vigilante posse. Leading the pack was Greg Larson, the self-appointed HOA kingpin, clutching a crimson notice and barking commands like a drill sergeant. "By order of the Sunny Hills Estates HOA," Greg bellowed, "all privately owned firearms are banned. This is a mandatory seizure for community safety." I stood there stunned. Was this a nightmare? My 30-acre ranch, inherited from my grandfather, was my private sanctuary. I wasn't part of their HOA, or so I thought. Before I could protest, 2 board members wrested the rifle from my grip. Another shoved past me to my gun safe, keys dangling in the lock. "This is theft." "It's illegal," I roared, lunging forward. Greg sneered. "In our HOA, your precious Second Amendment is worthless. Read the new bylaw. You're done." They raided my home like I was a criminal, emptying my safe, my dad's hunting rifle, my rare 1911 pistols, even a replica flintlock from the 1800s. They loaded them into a rusty HOA van as neighbors gawked. Some looked appalled, others shrugged. I stood in the dust, watching my protection vanish, Greg's smug grin burning into me. "You'll live by my rules now," he taunted before speeding off. My fists clenched until my knuckles whitened. This wasn't just illegal, it was personal. Greg had a scheme for my ranch, one that would flip my life upside down. But first, I needed to uncover how the HOA dared claim my land. 6 months earlier, I'd inherited the ranch from my grandfather, William Hayes. He'd bought it in the 1950s, pure, untamed land with no neighbors for miles. But suburbia had crept in. A half-mile away, Sunny Hills Estates sprouted, identical houses, manicured lawns, and nosy residents. I ignored them. My ranch was fenced, with its well and driveway. Their HOA nonsense couldn't touch me. I was wrong. A Golden Boss letter arrived, claiming my ranch was now under Sunny Hills control due to a 1970s cooperation agreement and a county rezoning. I trashed it, refusing to pay dues to busybodies dictating my barn's color. But they didn't stop. Fines piled up, for my cows, my unkempt fields, even deer on my property. I laughed it off until Greg took over as HOA president. Greg, a retired attorney with a power obsession, vowed to secure the community by banning guns. His bylaw, barely passed, outlawed firearms on all HOA land, including private property. Then he targeted me. After the raid, he plastered photos of my guns on the neighborhood's social media, bragging about safety. My blood boiled. I wasn't just fighting for my guns. If I didn't resist, Greg would go after my neighbors next. I needed a plan and allies. I started with the neighbors who'd looked horrified during the raid. Maybe they'd back me. Then things escalated. A pickup rolled up, carrying Tim, the HOA's twitchy compliance officer, and 2 hired security goons in Sunny Hills uniforms. Not cops, just thugs. Tim slapped an eviction notice on my door. 72 hours to vacate. My jaw hit the floor. They weren't just after my guns, they wanted my home. Fury surged, but I remembered Grandpa Will's lessons: fix problems with grit, not fists. I drove to the county clerk's office, barely making it before closing. The clerk, Martha, a family friend, checked my records. Her eyes widened. "There's a $30,000 lien from Sunny Hills for violations. Filed 2 weeks ago." She leaned in. "It's shaky, James. Your ranch isn't in their charter. Get a lawyer fast." I hired Tom Baxter, a grizzled property attorney who knew Grandpa Will. He was livid. "This is illegal," he growled. "We'll file an injunction to stop the eviction and sue for theft and rights violations." Hope flickered, but trouble loomed. Greg appeared on my porch with bigger goons, locking my barn with a padlock. "This is sealed pending forfeiture," he declared. I nearly swung, but Tom's warning echoed, "Don't give them an excuse." That night, I caught masked men with crowbars prying at my barn. My stolen guns were in their truck. I cracked Grandpa's old bullwhip, scattering them as I bluffed about calling the cops. My heart pounded. They'd planned to burn my barn, erase evidence, maybe worse. I called Sheriff Daniels, who sent Deputy Sarah Klein. She documented the damage in tire tracks, confirming the theft was criminal. Tom called with bigger news. A judge granted an injunction, freezing HOA actions until a hearing. We subpoenaed their records, hunting for fraud. Greg didn't quit. He brought an ATF agent, claiming my guns were unregistered. I demanded a warrant, stalling them. Then, at an HOA meeting, Greg tried to vote for my ranch's seizure. Deputy Klein stormed in with a cease and desist order, shutting it down. Greg's face paled as chaos erupted. The final blow came that night. Black SUVs crept up, masked men attacking my barn with bolt cutters. I flipped on floodlights, cracked my whip, and stalled until sirens wailed. Greg, unmasked, led them. I chased him down, tripping him as Klein cuffed him for trespassing, theft, and attempted arson. In court, Tom exposed Greg's crimes: illegal seizures, fake liens, and fraud. Judge Clara Vaughn voided the HOA's claims, ordered my guns returned, and sent Greg to jail pending charges. The courtroom cheered. Outside, neighbors like Mrs. Carter praised my stand. I drove home, my ranch secure. But I couldn't stop there. Greg's corruption had hurt too many. I ran for HOA president, winning in a landslide. I banned unfair fines, ensured transparency, and audited Greg's reign. My guns, including Grandpa's flintlock, were back, displayed proudly. Sitting on my porch, Mrs. Carter's pie in hand, I knew Grandpa would be proud. This fight wasn't just about me. It was about standing up. What do you think? Was my defiance justified, or did I escalate things too far? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate HOA power and personal rights. Like and subscribe for more stories of fighting back.